Hi guys. You're watching this on Monday. You had a really long time to have a cliffhanger, but I'm still at Friday because I wanted to read what happens next. So I don't. We'll see how far we get today. We're almost done. We're getting really close. Okay. So if you remember, click, click, click. They were trying to get Ivan to go into the box, and he decided at the end that it was their way out, and he wanted to do the right thing and show Ruby what to do. I do have my book, My Little Words I Love book nearby, so in case anything comes up, I just kind of want to read today though, so let's see where we're at. After I leave the box and step into my cage, I get an idea, a good one. I tell Bob he can sneak into the box with me and live at the zoo. Have you forgotten? I'm a wild beast, Ivan, he says, sniffing the floor for crumbs. I am untamed and undaunted. Bob samples a piece of celery and spits it out. Besides, they'd notice. Humans are dumb, but they're not that dumb. Respect. Ivan, Ruby says, do you think the older elephants will like me? I think they'll love you, Ruby. You'll be part of their family. Do you think the gorillas will like you? Ruby asks. I'm a silverback, Ruby. I'm a leader. I pull back my shoulders and hold my head high. They don't have to like me. They have to respect me. Even as I tell her this, I wonder if I can ever command their respect. I haven't had much practice being a real gorilla, much less a silverback. Do you think the older elephants will know any jokes? If they don't, you can teach them, I tell her. Ruby flaps her ears and she flicks her tails. You know what, Ivan? What? I ask. I think I'm going to get in the box tomorrow. I gaze at her fondly. I think that's a good idea. And I think Stella would have agreed. Do you think the other elephants will know how to play tag? I love tag. Me too, I say. And I think of my nimble sister racing through the brush, just always out of my reach. Photo. Late that night, Mac opens my cage. The full moon falls on his sagging shoulders. He seems smaller somehow. Bob, instantly alert, leaps off my stomach and dives under Knot Tag. Don't bother hiding, dog, Mac says. I know you sleep in here. Mac settles into my tire swing. Might as well stay one more night. Your buddy's leaving tomorrow. Tomorrow? My stomach drops. I'm not ready. I need more time. I haven't said my goodbyes. I haven't thought this through. Mac pulls a small photo out of his shirt pocket. It's me when I was young. Mac and I are in the front seat of his convertible. I'm wearing a baseball cap and eating an ice cream cone. I was a handsome lad, but I have to admit, I look ridiculous. Nothing like a real gorilla. We had some laughs, didn't we, Guy? Mac says. Remember when we went on that roller coaster? Or that time I tried to teach you to play basketball? Max shakes his head, chuckling. You were a real lousy jump shot. He stands, sighs, and looks around. He puts the photo back in his pocket. I'm gonna miss you, Ivan, he says. And then he leaves and doesn't look back. Leaving. Early in the morning, Maya arrives with many other humans. Some have white coats, some have rustling papers. They're hushed, busy, determined. Ruby enters her box first. I'm scared, Ivan, she calls from inside the box. I don't want to leave you. A part of me doesn't want her to leave either, but I know I can't tell her that. Think of all the amazing stories you can share with your new family, I say. Ruby falls silent. I'll tell them your elephant joke, she says after a long pause, the one about the refrigerator. I bet they'd like that. And be sure to tell them about Bob and Julia and me. I clear my throat. And Stella. I'll remember everyone, Ruby says, especially you. Before I can say any more, they roll her cage out to the waiting truck. It's my turn. Bob is hiding in a corner, behind my pool. The humans don't even notice him. While they're busy making sure my box is ready, Bob sneaks over. He licks my chin, just in case there are any leftovers. You, I whisper, are the one and only Bob. Oh, I'm smiling big right there because that's the book that's coming out next. She gave a little sneak peek right there. Can you see that? The One and Only Bob. And that's the title of her next book. I reach for Knot Tag. She is a limp rag with, wait a minute. I reach for Not Tag. She is a limp rag without her. I gotta go back. She is a limp rag without her stuffing. Dribbles of paint cover her fur. Why did I have such a time with that? I hold her out to Bob. He tilts his head, confused. To help you sleep, I say. Bob takes her in his teeth and slips away. So she's all missing her stuffing because remember that's where Ivan hid all the paintings. Good boy. Good, Ivan, good boy, Maya says when I lumber into my box. I hear the clicker and I'm rewarded with a tiny marshmallow. When I'm settled, Maya gives me a sweet drink that tastes of mango and something bitter. My eyelids grow heavy. I want to see what happens next, but I'm sleepy. So sleepy. I dream I'm with Tag and we're swinging from vines while Stella watches. The sun slices through the thick ceiling of trees, and the breeze tastes like fresh fruit. Moving. My eyes flutter open. The box is moving. I am in the grumbling belly of some great beast. I fall back asleep. Grumbling belly of some great beast. What do you think that means? Some great beast. Think about how big Ivan is and think about how big his box must be and think about what would be able to move that box from the mall to the zoo. It's probably a great big truck, don't you think? Awakening. I awake to glass and steel. It's a new cage, not unlike my old cage, except it's much cleaner. Maya's here and other humans I recognize. Hey there, Ivan, Maya says. He's coming too, guys. I have 3 walls of glass. The 4th wall is a curtain of wooden slats strung together. This doesn't look like the zoos on TV. Where are the other animals? Where are the gorillas? Is this where Ruby ended up? In a cage, just like her old cage, still alone? Is she cold, hungry, sad? Is there anyone to tell her stories when she can't go to sleep? Missing. I miss my old cozy cage. I miss my art. But most of all, I miss Bob. My belly's cold without him. This reminds me of last week when you were working with Miss Gina and you guys wrote poems that had repetitive phrases in them. This little chapter reminds me of that. Food. The food is fine here. No soda, though, or cotton candy. Not famous. I have no visitors here, no sticky-fingered children or weary parents. Only Maya and her humans come, with their soothing voices and soft hands. I wonder if I've stopped being famous. Something in the air. Endless days pass, and then I notice something, a change. I don't know what it is, but I taste it in the air like far-off rain clouds gathering. A new TV. Maya brings me a TV. It's bigger than my old one. She turns it on. I think you're going to like this show, she says, smiling. I'm hoping for a romance or maybe a western. But it's a nature show. One without human voices or ads. It's a show about gorillas being gorillas. I watch them eat and groom and play fight. I even watch them sleep. I wonder why Mac never put on this channel. The family. Every day I watch the gorillas on the TV screen. It's a small family and an odd one. There's just 3 females and a juvenile male, without a silverback to protect them. They groom each other and they eat and sleep and then they groom each other some more. They are a contented group, placid, which means peaceful, and good-natured, although, like any family, they bicker from time to time. Contented. Peaceful, placid, that's 2. There was a word. Groom. You know what groom means, right? When you groom somebody, you take care of your hair. Animals oftentimes will lick each other, like mama cats will lick their baby cats to get them cleaned up. Lots of animals help groom other animals or their own, like the gorillas are grooming each other. Excited. Oh, goodness. It's getting so good. This morning, for some reason, there's no gorilla show on TV. Maya and the other humans are excited. They chirp like birds at dawn. Chirp. That's another one of those onomatopoeia words. It sounds like what it does. Today's the day, they say. I've watched many humans watch me, but never have they looked so happy. Maya goes to the wall of wooden slats. She grins goofily. She pulls a string. What do I see? Gorillas. 3 females and a juvenile male. It's the family I've been watching on screen, but they're not on a TV screen. They're on the other side of the glass, watching me watch them. I see me. Lots of me. Still there. I cover my eyes and I look again. They're still there. Watching. Every day I watch them through my window, the way my visitors used to watch me. See how they chase, groom? See how they play, sleep? See how they live? They're graceful the way Stella was, moving just enough, only as much as needed. They stare at me with their heads tilted, pointing and hooting, and I wonder, are they as fascinated with me as I am with them? She. Uh-oh. Her hoots make my ears hurt. I admire her intact canines from afar. Canines are teeth. Her name is Kenyani. She is faster than I am, spry, and probably smarter, although I'm twice her size, and that too is important. She is terrifying and beautiful, like a painting that moves. Her name is Kenyani. Door. Today the humans lead me to my door. On the other side, Kenyani and the others wait for me. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to be a silverback. I'm Ivan. Just Ivan, only Ivan. I decide that today is not a good day to socialize. I'll try again tomorrow. Wondering. All night, I lay awake and I wonder about Ruby. Has she already walked through the door like the one I'm facing? Was she as scared as I am? Scared the way she must have been the day that she fell into the hole? I think of Ruby's endless curiosity and of the questions she loved to ask. Have you ever danced with a tiger, Ivan? Will your fur turn blue? Why doesn't that little boy have a tail? If Ruby were here with me, she'd be asking, what's on the other side of the door, Ivan? Ruby would want to know, and she would have been through the door by now. Ready? Want to try again, Ivan? Maya asks, and I think of Ruby, and I tell myself it's time. The door opens. Outside at last. This is another page. Oh, can you see it very well? It looks like a poem. I love this page. Outside at last. Sky, grass, tree, ant, stick, bird, dirt, cloud, wind, flower, rock, rain. Mine, mine, mine. He went outside. I'm going to stop right there for today. I think maybe only one more day of reading. Boy, there were a lot of words that I want to add to my book. I'm going to add them, and then tomorrow I'm going to start our reading time together by telling you which words I added. You could go back and rewatch this video if you wanted to, and I wonder if you'll choose the same words that I do.